Let me guess, your candles aren't selling. Or if they are, they're selling slower than a sloth on vacation. There are 3 key reasons your candles might not be flying off the shelves, and this video is here to help you fix those issues. And whether you believe it or not, selling, which I've been doing successfully for a very long time, is not as tough as you think. But you have to be willing to do the work, and if you don't, your business potential will be snuffed out. But if you do, your candles and success will light up the room. Let's go. Hi, my name is Jay Catalano, targeting the wrong audience. Let's just say for all intents and purposes, your candles are amazing. But, and this is a big but, if they're not in front of the right people, they won't sell. For example, let's say your candle company's name is Sparkle and Scent Candle Company, and you cater to adults who are enchanted by magic. It is safe to say that the Sons of Anarchy crowd is the wrong crowd. Quick story. In my mid-20s, I went through a devastating breakup with my girlfriend for over 5 years. After some much-needed healing, I decided to get back into the dating scene, but this time I knew I wanted to find my ideal match. You see, ever since I was a little boy, I've been captivated by Latin women. Everything about them fascinated me. Their rich flowing hair, their fierce and passionate attitude, the rhythm of their language, and the irresistible flavors of their food. To me, there was an energy and warmth that always pulled me in. And despite living in New York City, where there's a large Latin community, I wanted to immerse myself in an environment where I could meet people who shared this cultural connection. Now, dating sites were not really a cool thing to do back when I was dating, so I needed a different approach. And that's when it hit me. Clase de salsa. Salsa classes. I thought that joining a salsa class would be a great way to meet people, women, who were part of the vibrant community I was interested in, all while enjoying something I thought I would like to do. I started with one salsa class and then another, and before I knew it, I was deeply immersed in the salsa scene for about 15 years. And during that time, I developed a pure love for the music and became highly skilled in salsa dancing, eventually turning it into a career. I've performed for Tito Puente, Celia Cruz, Mark Anthony. I've danced on the stages of Madison Square Garden, Carnegie Hall, Lincoln Center, and I was blessed to have the incredible opportunity to perform, teach, and choreograph all around the world because I put myself in front of the community or audience of people I felt most comfortable with. It was an amazing experience, but I know what you're thinking. Did I actually meet a girl at salsa class? I did. Eventually, I found the perfect one. She became my wife, and together we are blessed with 2 wonderful teenage kids. Now, what's the point of the story? Hopefully you see what the point is, but it is crucial for you to align your candles with the right audience. Similarly to how I thought that it was necessary to find a community of people that I felt I could connect with. So do some candle soul searching and figure out exactly who your audience is and where they are so you can sell to them. Are your candles for the luxury-seeking crowd, pet lovers, romantic partners? Who is your target audience? Find out who they are, dance your way into their hearts, and before you know it, they'll be doing the conga line to your checkout page. Lack of strong branding. The problem with businesses and branding is that many people don't truly understand what it is. So what is branding? In its simplest form, branding is about making a business more appealing to a specific group of people, your target audience, than your competitors. Now, there are 9 essential elements for creating a strong brand, and each one needs to be addressed carefully, thoughtfully, or your brand might end up feeling like it's missing real substance. Now, keep in mind, branding doesn't have to be complicated. However, it is often considered the heart and soul of a company, so it will require some introspective thinking. It's the core of what your business stands for, what it values, and how it connects emotionally with your audience. A strong brand is not just a fancy logo. It goes much deeper than that. Now, before we go briefly into all 9 elements for creating a strong brand, I want to tell you a quick story so lack of branding will make a lot more sense. Many years ago, I was in my teens running a t-shirt business with my stepdad, and one day at a busy New York City festival, I had a booth set up, and a hot woman and her friend started to walk right up to my booth. As they approached, I was more focused on figuring out how to ask her out than on making a sale. Now I know what you're thinking, bad business, but she was hot and I was young. In any case, her friend pointed to one of the t-shirts and asked, "Now what do you think of that t-shirt over there?" And she responded, Wait, what? I was shocked, but I thought, maybe I misunderstood. Her friend asked about another shirt, and again, she gave a more emphatic. By now, my hopes of asking her out were fading fast. And when her friend asked about a third shirt, and the woman responded with an even more dramatic, I was sure of one thing. I didn't even care if she bought 100 shirts. She and her friend needed to go. And thankfully they did. So what's the point of the story? This woman, in my opinion, had plenty of beauty. But as far as substance, well, let's just say her personality didn't quite develop beyond a 3-year-old. This experience shows that a brand is more than just a flashy logo. Without real significance, a clear message, substance, and a genuine connection, it risks being shallow. A strong brand is meaningful, memorable, and impactful. And with that said, let's briefly go through the 9 elements for creating a strong brand. Number 1, brand DNA. This is your brand's core identity broken down into 4 parts. Part 1, your purpose. Define why you exist. For example, Ben & Jerry's purpose is to make the best possible ice cream in the nicest way possible. Part 2, vision. Where are you headed? For example, Tesla's vision is to accelerate the world's transition to sustainable energy. Part 3, mission. What you do today. For example, Amazon's mission is to be Earth's most customer-centric company where customers can find and discover anything they might want to buy online. Part 4, values. Your guiding principles. For example, Google's values are focus on the user and all else will follow. It's best to do one thing really, really well. Fast is better than slow. Great just isn't good enough. That's your brand DNA in a nutshell. Number 2, target audience. We already discussed this, but know exactly who you're talking to. For instance, Nike targets athletes and fitness enthusiasts by focusing on performance and inspiration. Number 3, positioning strategy. Figure out what makes you unique. Apple positions itself as the leader in personal tech innovation, emphasizing seamless integration and cutting-edge design. Number 4, brand messaging. Decide on the key messages you want to communicate. Old Spice uses humor and cheeky language to stand out in the crowded men's grooming market. Number 5, brand personality. This is how your brand talks and feels. Harley-Davidson has a rugged, rebellious personality, speaking to its audience with gritty language and a rough tone. Number 6, brand story. Share the story behind your brand. Tom's Shoes was founded in 2006 by Blake Mykorski, who was inspired by his travels to Argentina. There, he saw the need for simple, comfortable shoes and decided to create a business model where every pair of shoes sold would result in a pair being donated to a child in need. Tom's story is built around social responsibility and giving back, changing the way companies think about their impact on the world. Number 7, verbal identity. This is the tone and style you use in your communication. MailChimp uses a casual, witty tone in its emails and marketing materials, often adding in humor and playful language to make its communication engaging and personable. This way of doing things helps the brand feel approachable and user-friendly, even when dealing with complex topics related to email marketing. Number 8, brand name and tagline. Your brand name and tagline should sum up what you're about in a memorable way. Nike's tagline, "Just do it," captures the essence of motivation and action in a few words. And number 9, visual identity. This includes your logo, colors, and design. Coca-Cola's iconic red logo and classic script are instantly recognizable and aligns with the brand's classic and refreshing image. Now, that's just an overview of what the 9 elements are to create a strong brand. It might seem like a lot, but it really isn't, and it doesn't need to be complicated. However, building your brand the right way is extremely important for your true business, or shall I say brand growth, especially when it comes to sales, because if you don't have specific answers on the 9 elements listed above, your brand risks becoming, how shall I say, low visibility. Out of the 3 tips we have in this video, this one is probably the most crucial. If you're not visible, you won't sell anything. Now let's be real. Having great branding and knowing your target audience is important, but it's all for nothing if people don't know you exist. You might be thinking, but Jay, I'm on Shopify, Etsy, and Faire, and I've done all the SEO work and still no one is buying. Well, here's the thing. If people don't know you're there, they can't buy from you. And while SEO is important, it's just the starting point. It's the basic tier for getting your brand out there. Everyone does SEO, and so when everyone does the same thing, you have to think outside of the candle box. So beyond SEO, you need to actively work on increasing your visibility and connecting with your audience to truly drive sales. Quick story, I bet you saw that coming. When I was teaching salsa many years ago, I had a very dedicated student named Bert. Bert was short, not very coordinated, and had a stutter. But despite these challenges, he continually managed to bring many different girls with him to my classes. And one day I asked Bert how he managed to bring so many new girls month after month. He told me, Jay, I'm a 5'1" man with a stutter. If I put myself out there and ask 100 girls out, 2 or 3 of them will say yes. So I ask a lot of girls out. The point of the story is that Bert knew he had to put himself out there repeatedly to get noticed. If he didn't make the effort to be visible, he wouldn't get any responses at all. Similarly, if your brand isn't visible, it doesn't matter how great your products are or how well you know your target audience. Without visibility, you won't make any sales. Remember, SEO and online presence are just the basics. You need some, if not all, of these to consider. Social media presence, email marketing, paid advertising, collaborations, public relations, community engagement, hosting events, running contests and giveaways, participating in trending challenges, collaborating with other artists, setting up pop-up shops, talking to friends and family, and the list goes on and on and on. You get the point. Now, I want you to think about it for a second. If you're watching me right now, it's because I put myself out there to be seen. If you don't actively put yourself out there to be seen in any of the ways I just listed above, let me know. I'll put you in touch with Bert so we can show you how to get noticed. And take a look at these videos that are popping up now. They're going to help you on your concrete, hydrostone, and candle making journey. Until next time, thanks for watching. Ciao.